Talking to somebody just a month ago, and they were telling me about the biggest Christian record company at one point had 239 employees, and today they have 26. That's the radicalness of what has changed. Pretty soon you'll see, Peter York shrink wrapping the stuff and mailing it. For those of you who don't know who he is, he runs the show. But it's really changing so radically, and I love what Keith talked about today, and that is the tribe thing, what I might call a fan. He's absolutely right. Let's do these numbers. Hypothetical. You have hey, close that door, shut up. And by the way, you guys need this. Desperately, I've seen the band. What can I say? It's the truth. What was I saying? Tribes. Here's the beautiful part of what's going on in the music industry, at least in my belief. And I still work in the old music industry. You know, what we call the old, where things sell, a lot of stuff. And let's just start with this. I mean, right now the tour I'm working on right this moment is Taylor Swift's tour. And it's going to go to 1 million people this year. And she's the biggest selling artist in the world. And that whole machinery is running. We just spent 4 days this week working on the show. Go see it. The set alone is worth the money to go see that. It's unbelievable. So that old industry, though, is going away. And the funny part, even using her for an example, is that she has a tribe. You talk about the internet. Anyone gone to her site? Hello? Go right now and see how somebody. The last time she released a song, I saw 486,000 hits that day. That day. I think it's over 200 million now. But she, at that level or this level, she has a tribe. It's called Taylor Nation, is what the record company calls it, seriously. And they know how to stay in touch and stay emotionally connected to those people that like her. So the question is, how do you, this is what it's all about. In the old days, the record company would say, if you sold a record, you made a fan. That was not the case, we found out now. It means you sold a record. And generally speaking, you sold a record and didn't make anything from it, if you're the artist. So that was really good news. But the key here is to develop a fan base or a tribe. And all that really means is, and here's the beautiful part about what you guys are, is God has made you all originally unique. And that is one of the dilemmas I deal with when I'm on stage. Because you guys are up here thinking, is this awesome or what? This is my testimony. Listen to these lyrics. Can you feel the emotion in that? And the audience is going, oh, no. See, the deal is this emotion, this lyric, this song is totally real. But the key is emotionally connecting it to those people. And speaking of Taylor, that's exactly what she does. She's got a tribe of people. You ever heard the song Love Story? Come on. It's brilliant. It's freaking brilliant. Speaks right to that age group. Are you kidding me? So what is it that you're doing? Now, you're not getting played on radio like her and stuff, so how do we do it? Well, we have to do it, as it says right here, all roads lead to the stage. Who plays, when you dreamed of playing music, you dreamed of, those of you who play mainstream, you dreamed of playing to a bunch of drunken people in a bar. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do when I grow up. No! So what we want to do is take who we are and what we're trying to say and our music and whether that's as a player, as a singer, whatever, and connect to an audience. And if we can emotionally connect to an audience, we can make a fan. And then just absolutely what they're saying, as Keith stole it from me, high tech, high touch. I stole it from Bill Gates. The truth is, if you can stay connected through what you're doing high tech, this is the high touch. Most of you will make connections from the stage. You have that ability to, if you're in front of people, to make a fan. Make 10 fans. Make make it whatever. But how do you do that? It's not by singing songs. So let me tell you this. I'm here today. How many of you, by the way, if you could, would do music full time? Yeah, who'd give up their day job to do this? If you could make a living doing it. Yeah. Listen, by God's grace, and I mean it, guys, I probably speak to more artists than anybody that I know of in the world. And I ask that question every single time, and every single time, 95% of the people raise their hands. So, is it because you want to be wealthy and be a star? Well, for most of us, no. We have something to say, and it sure would be great to do this thing we love to do and make a living doing it. Am I right? Isn't that pretty much the motivation? We'd like to change some lives and maybe change our own a little bit too. Well, 90 to 100% of your revenue will come from what you do up here on this stage. So what are you doing on stage? Are you emotionally connecting with an audience? So let me, before I start this whole thing, and those of you who see me speak, I get a little passionate about this. I'm here to do three things. I'm here to change the way you think. And for those of you who have started changing the way, how many of you are on my email list already? All right, cool. I'm here to change the way you think. Because this is a process. You've got to get away from the old way of thinking. You just sing your songs, you play, you get it. And for years, the old way of thinking also was, if I could just get whoever, if there's a record guy in here, to listen to my stuff, he's my sugar daddy, then I'll do it. Then that'll get me to the place where I can make a living doing this. And I heard it just in the last panel. It is so true. I could name after name after name after name. I worked with over 200 Christian artists, guys. Just insert name. And some of those artists are brilliant, and they're laying tile. Why are they laying tile? Because they were stupid. Because they relied on somebody else to take care of them. And they should be playing music. Because they have something to say and they're actually really good at it. But we got to be smart. We can't stick our head in the sand. So I'm here to do three things. Change the way you think and tell you about some opportunities. Let's start with the opportunities. On your table is this thing right here. Even if you're on my email list, I don't know how you want to handle this, Jody. My team's here, and they hate because I was caused more work than I should. But I'm going to give away, and there's this too. On the back of this, you guys, is my new DVD set. It's a $400 product. If you sign up for my email list today, I'm going to draw out at the end of this class somebody and give it to them. So, and if you have a card, you don't have to do all this, but if you have a card and that's all you want to be a part of, then great. Put your card in. Make sure you actually make it legible. So fill that stuff out. Somebody will come by and get the cards. We'll pull it out, and I'm going to give one of those away. 12 hours from my workshop that some of you guys were actually at. And some of you actually are on the DVDs. But the other thing, when you're doing live music, folks, if 90 to 100% of your revenue comes from that, am I messing you up with the film? Okay. Well, how about this shot? If 90 to 100% of your revenue, because listen, this is all about ministry. Here's the irony in this whole thing. It's all about ministry. Yet, what is keeping you from going out and doing full-time and ministering more? All right, so let's talk a little bit about money real quickly. 90 to 100% of your revenue will come from that, from what you do on the stage. And there's streams of revenue at your show. And generally speaking, the two things that you guys go after is what? Somebody pay me to play, and I sell my CDs. And gee, is it enough money to make it? The answer is no. It rarely is. So what we have to have is multiple streams of revenue. And I'm going to tell you right now, on this card right here, those of you, for some of you, this is going to be new news. Some of you are on my email, it's not. For 17 years have worked with the organization.